Greetings, classes. This is a personal message that I wanted to send out to both of my classes, CMIS 422 Information Security and 468 Business Telecommunications. This is not a lecture. This is just me talking to you guys for a moment before we kick off, before we resume our regularly scheduled programming. I'm kind of making this up as I go along. You may be as well, but I wanted to share some thoughts to see if I could answer some of your questions remotely. The number one thing I want to talk about first is to set everybody's expectations, and I've had to really change my expectations as a faculty member, as a professional for what is feasible to do for the rest of the semester. So the number one thing I want to address is I recognize that these two classes may not be the most important thing in your life and right now, and probably should not be the most important thing in your life, and I will not treat them as such, and I don't expect you to either. Therefore, I appreciate any and all efforts to get through the semester with me as best you can. We're going to do it together. I recognize the production value on these videos is going to be way low, so just lower your expectations. That's the theme for the rest of the semester, okay? Lower your expectations all around. But I do recognize that a lot of you are going through some serious stuff. You may be caring for family members, for children, for elderly, for those at risk with coronavirus. You may be getting sick yourself. I hope not, but please observe all the guidelines around social distancing as best you can. Some of you may be scared. I hope not. Don't be scared. We're going to get through this together, but we just need to do what makes sense and try to think big picture here so that we can flatten the curve, so to speak, for the spread of coronavirus. Some of you, I recognize, may be wondering, what is all the damn fuss about? And just see this as an extended spring break. It's not. It's an odd, we're in a kind of odd in-between period right now, and I'll explain more about that in a moment. I have to point out that this is very difficult for me because I can't see your faces. You can see mine because I'm trying to share with you just, in the glory of my basement down here. But I can't see your faces and I can't see your reaction. So please reach out to me and kind of share your thoughts, your feelings. If you're struggling with specific challenges, please let me know. I don't know if I can help. I would like to try. I certainly know I can't help if I don't know what's going on in your life. So please reach out to me and just let me know how things are going with you. I would appreciate hearing from you, all of you, seriously. I know you're probably getting flooded with emails from the school on what SIUE is doing about coronavirus response. And especially for those of you in information security, I want you to really pay attention to the implications for disaster recovery planning that we've talked about in class, because it's very relevant. But if I can just read off some verbiage to you from our provost, who is trying to give faculty and staff and students daily guidance here, some of which gets broadcast to all of you, some of which just I see. But the latest one that I've seen is, I like this quote, "It is our collective responsibility to support one another and to help ease the anxiety and risk during this period. And our next priority is to support the successful completion of the semester for all of our students." Those are my marching orders. That's what I'm going to do. Course delivery instructions. For the week of March 16th through 22nd, on-ground courses will pause face-to-face meetings and due dates, including any exams. So yes, I'm pushing out our exams in both classes. Faculty members should communicate with their classes about any course expectations and provide reassurances and clarifications moving forward. That's what I'm trying to do here today. I will be communicating early and often with you. Finally, and this is the important bit, courses that can be moved fully online. For on-ground courses identified as viable for transition to fully online, please begin this transition so the online delivery may begin on March 23rd. These courses will continue in the new online format through the end of the semester. guess what? Both my classes are eligible to be moved online. I can do it. We can do it together. So I'm going to do it. That's our plan. The rest of the semester, this is how we interact. For better or for worse, we're going to figure this out. So there was some very confusing language that was sent out I don't even know what to do. Yeah, late last week about how spring break was being extended, and that was really the wrong language, because if you read the content, it was that students were expected to keep up with their studies, and the extended spring break language referred to not returning from spring break. However, I understand a lot of students, right or wrong, probably rightly, just got hung up on the headline of spring break is extended and assumed that this was an extended vacation. They didn't have anything to do. If you fall into that bucket, I apologize for the miscommunication, and we're definitely hitting the pause button on face-to-face instruction. I'm not hitting the pause button on our scheduled assignments yet, unless I need to. But I think I can accommodate the university's policy by just pushing out our exams until next week. But I'd like to stick to the schedule as much as possible. But again, kind of general lowering of expectations all around. I will, if I have to make changes to the rest of the schedule of assignments, for example, I will definitely communicate that to you. If you have any hardships going on where you need an extension on an assignment or anything at all you have to do is ask. Let me know, please, and I'll work with you on this. Please take a look at my 10-step plan that I posted on Blackboard. Hopefully you've read through that already. Although in a way it's kind of already out of date, because step 1 was all face-to-face class sessions are canceled until further notice. Well, we got further notice, and all face-to-face sessions are canceled through the end of the semester. Number 2, assignments and deliverables and due dates will remain the same with the exception of exams. I'm going to try to keep to that, but if we have to adjust, I'm really going to try to be flexible here. Number 3, exams will be conducted online. I'll talk more about the exams in a second. I am working with ITS on getting you all set up in a Microsoft Teams environment, just to give us another channel to communicate. Some students prefer to send messages back and forth because they feel a little weird texting my personal cell phone. Seriously, don't feel weird about that. You can text me anytime you want. But Microsoft Teams, a lot of students seem to kind of like, and I'm trying to get on board with that. I will look for creative ways to make use of the discussion board on Blackboard to help kind of simulate class discussion. I will make use of Zoom for virtual office hours. Really just let me know if you want to schedule something, and I'll send you a Zoom link, and we'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. All of my number 7, all of my lectures, I'm going to post to YouTube, not Blackboard, but the link will be on Blackboard, but the video itself will be on YouTube for your convenience. Step 8, continue with the test out, because that's all online anyway, which is great. If you need additional accommodation, let me know. Number 10, if you're experiencing any hardship, let me know so that we can work it out together. Okay, regarding the exam for both my classes that was scheduled for this week, obviously we're pushing out till next week. So you don't have to worry about the exam this week, although I would continue to prepare for the exam. It'll be done online in Blackboard, about 50 to 60, say 55 multiple choice questions. I do need to make some alterations to the exam. You will not have an hour and 15 minutes to take the exam like you would in a normal class period, unless you're registered with Access and you just need additional time. In order to kind of reduce your reliance on trying to look things up real fast, I'm going to compress the time for taking the exam. I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking 35 minutes is very reasonable, considering most students, 90% of you finish the exam in 20 to 30 minutes, so 35. Okay, I'm supposed to be erring on the side of kindness, so let's say 45 minutes. Should be plenty of time to take the exam. But that way, I want you just to try to answer the questions, and it's not open book. I would like you to take the exam, closed book, closed notes, but I realize I have no way of enforcing this. I'm not going to use the Respondus lockdown browser because it's flaky, and I'm not going to use the online proctoring service we have that tries to video you while you're taking the exam, because I feel like that's intrusive, and I'd rather treat you like adults, okay? So just take the exam as if you were in the class. That is my expectation for the exams. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns about that. And okay, let's talk about the hat. Shall we talk about the hat? Here's my plan for the rest of the videos this semester. I like to wear hats, and I like to go to music concerts. My plan for the rest of the semester is for every single video, I'm going to wear a different concert t-shirt and a different hat, just to keep things interesting. So, for example, the hat I have on is from Eastern Africa. I picked it up over the weekend because I thought it was pretty, and I just like to wear hats. So a different hat every time, and a different concert t-shirt every time. So today's concert t-shirt, actually I'll have to go change and find another concert t-shirt for the next video I'm going to do today. But today is Deep Purple. Yes, so this was a concert I went to back in the fall in Kansas City at this beautiful theater. If you've ever been to Kansas City, it's a great, great town. There's this beautiful theater called, I think it's just called the Uptown Theater, that's in an Italian Renaissance style, just brightly colored statuary, everything, a small, intimate venue, you know, just a couple hundred people, just slightly bigger than the Wildey. And seeing Deep Purple there was awesome. So this is the, I don't know if you can kind of tell, it's the Space Truckin', which is my favorite song of theirs, t-shirt. You may know them from Smoke on the Water. Dun, 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 dun. That's Deep Purple. Children, those of you that don't know who they are. So yeah, just to keep things lively, I'm going to have a different hat, a different shirt. You can laugh at me if you want, but that's what we're doing. Also, from time to time, I'm planning on putting certain Easter eggs in my videos just to keep you coming back for more. There'll be either just little things you can look for and do that will kind of simulate class discussion, class engagement, to show me that you're paying attention, that you're watching the videos. It might be to go to a web link, to fill out a survey, to send me a message, maybe to post something in Teams, something. So the idea is you have to kind of watch the entire video in order to get the Easter egg, to get some additional points. And so that's kind of my way of gamifying these videos, and to keep it fun. Certainly, this is a very serious environment. I'm not taking the coronavirus lightly at all, but there's no reason we can't have fun with it along the way. Okay, I wanted to keep this a short video, so I need to wrap things up. A pandemic is a very scary thing, and I want you to take it seriously. I want you to observe all the, guidelines, protocols, even legal action that we're taking in the state of Illinois about not going to restaurants and bars after tonight, since they won't have dine-in service. Really try to minimize your contact with others. Take this very, very seriously, because if people start panicking, and like my wife went to Walmart yesterday to do our regular grocery shopping, and stuff was just cleaned out from the shelves, which is frightening. Now, they're restocking. Don't panic. I did look on Amazon for just to see, if I wanted to order Lysol. I can order a can of Lysol for $114 from a third-party seller. Things are going to get crazy, and they're probably going to get worse before they get better. I just feel like this could be our worst nightmare ever, or it could be our finest hour. And it just depends on how we react to this situation, and it depends on how you react to the situation, how I react to the situation. All I know is we've got to get through this together, and that's how we're going to do it. So, for my part, I will over-communicate with you for the rest of the semester. And if you get too many messages from me, I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to over-communicate with you. please over-communicate with me as well. That's what you can do to help out the situation. So please stay healthy. If you're running a fever of 100.4 or more, call your doctor to schedule an appointment. But otherwise, I hope you and your family and your loved ones are staying healthy. And thanks for watching this video. So look for a lecture video to be posted very, very shortly.